Okay, wait. I tapped 3 mana, and I'm going to play Final Fantasy III Magic the Gathering crossover predictions. Does it result? Hello, welcome back. My name is Dean Dane. I'm going to go through each and every video game that is in the Final Fantasy series, the main numbered ones at the very least, and kind of guess at what I think the characters' color pairings will be for the crossover with Magic the Gathering that is coming out later this year, 2025. We have done 2 other parts of this. This is Final Fantasy III. This one is going to be a little bit difficult because Final Fantasy III is not really known for its characters. The original game, the characters, as far as I remember, don't even have names. They're just Onion Knight at the very beginning. With the remake, the characters did gain names, thankfully. And so what's hard about 3 is that you can kind of play any character any way you want. It uses the job system, for those of you who don't know what that is in Final Fantasy. It basically allows you to custom tailor your character. So if you want this character to be a warrior in one playthrough, he can be a warrior. If you want him to be a monk or a mage or a healer or whatever in the next playthrough, you can do it that way too. It just kind of depends on what jobs you level up. So it's sort of character agnostic in terms of your leveling system. But it did come out in 1990. And like I said, it's going to be a little bit difficult to combine with Magic the Gathering, and so I don't think that these cards are actually going to see the light of day. I don't think we're going to get a lot of Final Fantasy III in the Magic the Gathering set, but I wanted to do my due diligence and make sure we do all of them anyway. So, let's get into it. We're going to be covering 4 characters today. There are some guest characters that I could have gone through and done. They are characters that help outside of combat and then occasionally dip into combat, at least in the remake. So, we have Arc. We have, sorry, this is not Arc, this is Luneth. Luneth, Arc, Refia is down below me, and then Ignis is on the right here. These are kind of our 4 main characters. They are from the remake, obviously, and they are seen as being sort of your party for the game. Luneth, I think, would be red, green, blue. He wants vitality kind of the most out of them. He's oftentimes seen as sort of the melee of the group. So you see him in jobs a lot like Monk, Viking, Knight, Black Belt, those sort of jobs. Of course, like I said before, he can be anything, but I really do think that the red, green, blue will allow him to get some aggro going. I think he'd be an aggro deck, probably have haste, to be honest. He wants to be turned sideways and to attack, but I think there'll be a little bit of blue there to kind of differentiate him and allow him to sort of have some of those other spells, those other utility that he wouldn't have in just Gruul. Arc, red, black, blue, in my opinion. Often seen as being kind of the mage of the group. I think these colors will really help him excel at that, obviously. They're the big spellcasty colors in Magic the Gathering. So he usually does jobs in Final Fantasy like Black Mage, Evoker, Magus. That's typically how I see him, at least. So big flashy spells. He'd have some kill spells, cantrips, maybe something like Fireball I think could be very flavorful for him. And he's shown as being a Black Mage in the opening video, whereas, I don't know if I said it, but Luneth is shown as being a warrior. Just a straight warrior in the opening movie. Refia is our only female party member. She's down here. I'm blocking her. My bad. I think she'd be white, blue, green. I think she'd be a summoner, to be honest. She's oftentimes shown as like the healer of the group, which is not great. But I don't love that they just kind of like, she's the healer, obviously, I guess she could be anything, right? Because you can level them as you want to. But she's oftentimes shown as the white mage in the opening movie. And so I really do think like summoner, white mage, scholar, sage would be really cool for her. I want to see her summon a carbuncle. I want to see her summon, Ifrit or Titan or whomever. So I think a lot of like green, big stompy creatures would be really cool in her synergy. And then maybe some like healing or another creature-based synergy, right? Where you get, X life per creature you have. Something like that, something along those lines. I think would be really, really cool to see. So yeah, white, blue, green is what I'm saying for her. Ignis, I see as being white, blue, and red. They are a control mage. Jobs like red mage, geomancer, bard, ninja. Ninja's a little bit of an off choice, but I think it fits him, to be honest. He is that control-based character. He's going to counter your spells. He's going to cast his for free. He's probably going to get some extra turns, and he's just going to be insufferable the whole time he does it. But I really do think that kind of fits him. He is shown as being a red mage in the opening movie, so kind of a mixture between black mage and white mage in the Final Fantasy universes. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for them. I wanted to say that these were 3-color pairings because I think that'd be interesting, right? It does kind of, in my opinion, exemplify their ability to sort of do it all. But they still have their own specific niches, and I think that's kind of cool. So let me know what you think as far as if you're a big Final Fantasy III person. Let me know what you think these characters might be, or if you have thoughts, feelings on the Final Fantasy and Magic the Gathering crossover. Let me know in the comments below, and check back here tomorrow for another video of Final Fantasy IV. We'll see you then.